The quality and discipline that you have, the Unicorn Fart Dust community, will continue to propel our project further and further as we move out into the future. Today, we've got some very interesting things to look at. We're going to hear from Murad. We're going to look at a quick video that encapsulates everything we've done over the last 14 months. And we've got a lot more, right? That shows that our project truly is second to none. Look, we've got a big trading competition going on right now with Kraken, right? Kraken has generously included us in this awesome competition where the winner gets their IP logo on the shirt sleeve of the Atletico de Madrid football team. When they have a big game in Spain coming up, I think in April. Guys, do you realize how big that is? And I'm going to show you a post that Crypto Paladin put out that I think really encapsulates what a big deal this is for our community just to be included in this competition, right? This is like the National Football League or the National Hockey League or Major League Baseball of world sports. It's like Formula One. It's a big, big, big deal, but there's a lot more going on and a lot more that we're going to talk about together. Please don't forget, always be responsible with everything you do with your money, your investments, whatever. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in his basement who talks about what he believes in. I basically talk about unicorn fart dust, and I also have another channel where I talk about gold and silver, which are very popular right now. But I always encourage everybody, do your own research, okay? Anything you put money into is risky, so be careful. And number one, please, please, please be responsible. Never, no matter what you're doing, expose yourself to too much risk. Now, let's go. We got a Crypto Paladin double feature today, okay? He put out some good stuff, and by chance, we've got two things to feature from him today. Here we are. He said this. He brought up a very interesting point about the Kraken project. He said there are thousands of coins traded on the Kraken exchange. Why was Unicorn Fart Dust selected for the Atleti meme coin showdown on Kraken? After all, we're so incredibly diamond-handed, meaning that when people buy UFD, they typically hold it, right? They aren't super active traders. We do some trading, no doubt. I'm not a trader. I buy and hold, but some people are, and that's great. But our community is based on diamond hoof dusters. That it almost doesn't make sense to invite us onto a trading competition. We do well on the buy side only. Well, study the chart below, analyze the numbers, and compared with Useless, Giga, Ponky, Bertram, and US Duck. It's not about trading in the short run. Kraken knows what they are doing. They do. They are awesome. They are smart. Much respect for everybody at Kraken. Their strategy for UFD is more complex. They're thinking about the long game. Does MoonPay sponsor any of the other devs in the competition? How about Ledger? They don't, but they both sponsor Basement Ron. Let me ask you this. Which of these coins is poised for a face-melting performance when cash flows back into crypto? Very insightful, right? And again, a major honor, guys, that we're in this Kraken trading competition. Atletico de Madrid, right, one of the world's premier football teams. Super exciting that we're involved in that. And I love the last thing that he said, when cash flows back into crypto. There was an incredible data point the other day, not to talk about silver, but the silver market. Silver is a lot like meme coins, okay? And the silver mining stocks are almost exactly like meme coins. But nonetheless, the silver market had massive volatility. The price of an ounce of silver went from $117 down to $103 and then back up. And there was this data point that everybody was putting around that said in the matter of like 24 hours, there was almost $2 trillion in value traded within the silver market alone. And they brought up the point that that's equal to almost the entire market cap of Bitcoin. Guys, when money flows back into crypto, and I had a great conversation with Gigi yesterday, and I was asking her thoughts, like, it's been a challenging 12 months. It is what it is. But when money comes back into crypto, and if I remember correctly, she said this, and I believe it 150%, right? There are going to be what Crypto Vic calls the meme coin Hall of Fame, right? The top 20 coins. And we're going to hear what Murad has to say here in a second. But there's going to be some coins around. It's almost a good thing that all these, I don't know what you call them. I don't want to cast any shade, but the reality is the other 12 million meme coins, I mean, how can that be? Were created. And I'm guilty as charged, right? I'm part of that, or we are part of that. I created Unicorn Fart Dust on a, what are they called? Launchpad environment, okay? But when all the dust settles, there's only a few meme coins. How many other meme coins own their IP, have their IP established? We got Dusty, our beautiful little unicorn character, our little mascot, our meme, whatever you want to call it. We've got our name registered with the United States Patent and Trade Office and our artwork. How many communities have this depth and presence on crypto Twitter? And then and again, later here, we're going to talk about expanding beyond crypto Twitter. And we got a lot of exciting things going on. Got some great help from some very talented people. I've been talking with BitBoy Jabe. We're talking about strategies, right, to get the word out about Unicorn Fart Dust beyond the crypto Twitter bubble. And Gigi talked about that yesterday, right? Crypto Twitter's awesome. I love it, right? It's our town hall, but we are our town square, but we want to go out into the suburbs and spread the dust, right? Imagine a little town square, right? A nice little town. And that's what crypto Twitter is. And it's overcome with Unicorn Fart Dust. We're going to spread that dust out into the suburbs so that more people learn. And the point here that I was trying to make before I went off on about 6 different subjects, I apologize, right, is the fact that money will come into crypto. And this is just my belief, but the new money that comes in is going to be more normie money. That's what we want. Okay. I love degens. I love degen humor. Go look at some of my old, dig around the internet, find some of my 6-year-old videos that I made. I mean, you know, I think for a boomer, I have boomer degen humor anyway. But the new money coming in is I think a lot more of it, and it could be a lot more. That's the thing. That's the reality. The boomers, and I'm technically not a boomer, and people Generation X. Oh, and by the way, MoonPay is now sponsoring the X Games, which is very exciting. Our sponsor, MoonPay, right? That's going to get the word out to the X Games, the Generation X. The people in the older people, they've got this, just a statistic, right? They've got most of the money. But they want that when they come into crypto and they're looking around and maybe they buy USDC and maybe they buy Bitcoin, which is great, you know, Ethereum, whatever. And they start saying, what are these meme coins? And they look around, we're going to be there. I mean, think of it. We're a unicorn. We're one and only. They can get introduced to us, our community. I would think, you know, I don't want to be egotistical, but maybe they might look and say, hey, there's this guy in St. Louis who, I like the way they're referring to me now, is the spokesman for Unicorn Fart Dust. We can trust this project. It's fun. It's simple. It's easy to understand. And I wrote this down this morning. If you think about how crazy this is, since 2024, you know, technically we've been around for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? We were developed or born in December of 2024. Like, we've got a track record. People are calling us a blue chip meme. That's, you know, people are saying we're OG, original gangster. Congratulations. We're not a cult. We're a gang, right? We're a family. Even so, right? We're a brotherhood and sisterhood of unicorns. Is your horn tingling? Huh? Horns up, dusters. Oh, and upstairs, Susie, my lovely wife and assistants, requested we do a 3-second smile. And for those of you who are new, that's a tradition here in Duster Club that we do from time to time, where we look at the camera or you look at your screen, you look me right in the eye, and we smile together for 3 seconds. When I say go, go. Bigger. Bigger. Yeah. Feels good. Almost as good as shaking the beans. And you never know. Maybe we'll get to that later. Okay. What about Murad? Murad was on a podcast, I don't know, whatever you call it, and said something very interesting about the upcoming altcoin season and very interesting about meme coins. It's only about a minute long, but as we watch this together for your viewing pleasure, I want you to think about this through the Unicorn Fart Dust lens. Point your horn at the screen. Let's see what Murad had to say, and then we're going to talk about why it's so important. There he is. Peace, Murad. Oh, and by the way, Murad, we've been around for over a year. Maybe you can take a look at us. Snob. Okay, here we go.
If you're looking for an old alt season, like if you're looking for an old school style alt season, first of all, it's not going to happen because Pump Fund and central banks have ruined alt seasons.
So you think alt season is over?
So I think it's going to happen, but it's going to be a bit different, where it's just going to be 20 coins pumping. Not 200 coins like before, but 20 coins pumping. And you got to be in those, right? You got to be in one of those 20 coins.
But what is this alt season going to look like this summer? It's going to be like, you think the same thing where we just rally up 10x there, 20x there, or it's just going to be like you get a little 2x and then we...
What is going to happen, in my opinion, is what I call selective alt season. And again, the coins that are going to have that alt season like parabolas, they have to escape CT. And you have to ask yourself, which coins are going to escape CT?
And by the way, when you say escape CT, it means it needs to get out of crypto Twitter and get into the real world, to the normies, where they start caring about the coin. Exactly. So that's a TikTok community, and Facebook people.
And I think ultimately, in the coin that's going to escape CT is going to be the one that's going to touch normal people's hearts. And which coin is going to touch normal people's hearts?
I'll be right back. I'm writing things down. People's hearts. Okay. Wow. I've got notes. I took notes. Did you take notes? I took notes. So what he said is that the old school alt season, right? I've never been around for an old school alt season, maybe right when UFD was created, but that's a thing of the past, right? Central banks and launch pads have kind of ruined that. Like we talked about earlier, there's so many coins, so much dilution, whatever, which is actually good for us because I think it makes us stand out even more. If let's say there were 20 great meme coin projects, but there were only 100 new meme coins being made every month, right? We wouldn't stand out as much. Those other coins would get more attention. If there's 20 great meme coin projects and there's 1 million coins being made every month, that makes the good guys, the good communities, stick out even more. Makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Makes our horn, right? Our horns. We are the unicorn horniest community on the internet, stick out even more, which means that we well, that didn't come out very well, but anyhow, that means that we can reproduce at a faster rate than almost anybody out there. He thinks it's just going to be 20 coins that run. I ask you, I believe, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but I do believe that when it comes to meme coins, we are in the top 20, no doubt about it. The key thing that he says, and that I think there's some truth to and believe in, is it's the coins that are able to escape crypto Twitter. I don't ever want to leave crypto. I love crypto Twitter. I remember when we discovered crypto Twitter, Susie and I, early on in the project around Christmas time, 2024, which is technically 3 years ago. But nonetheless, we're not abandoning crypto Twitter, but can we get out into the real world? Oh, I ask you that. Have we had IRL meetups? Do we have people all over the world that are out talking about UFD? Yes, but even more importantly, other platforms. I've got a huge YouTube presence in the gold and silver community. That by default, right? People know that I also have a crypto project. All right. And I talk about gold and silver exclusively on that channel, no doubt about it. But they know that I also have a crypto project. Those people trust me. Okay. So when they decide to get into crypto, I would think that they would also trust me in terms of a project that's safe and reliable. But he talked about TikTok. We got some new talks. I'm talking with BitBoy Jay about other ways with TikTok. Our great friend Scott is doing an incredible job with the Unicorn Fart Dust TikTok channel. But we haven't really leveraged the Ron's Basement TikTok channel yet. And we're just in the early stages of strategizing some things with that, which could be super exciting. The big thing that he said, okay, take a deep breath, feel your horn, okay? And I'll ask you if it's true for you, because if it's true for you and me, normal people, it'll be true for more of the normies. He said the coin that touches normal people's hearts. And to me, I won't even talk about that, or I'll try not to talk about it too much. But man, if there's ever been a project with heart and soul, right? It's Unicorn Fart Dust. Once in a lifetime, everything about the lore, all behind it, right? How we were created, what the community has done, what we have accomplished over the last year is something super, super strong. So I really loved it. And the other thing that we need to talk about that I think is very important is this. We have, and this is a good thing, we are the underdog, which is a great place to be, right? That's the underdog. Everybody loves the underdog. It touches people's hearts. And we are an underdog coin, completely different in many ways from most all of crypto, except our great grandfather Bitcoin, because we are the baby Bitcoin, the grandchild Bitcoin. But nonetheless, right, we're so different. And guys, powerful concept that I believe when it comes to this project. We have yet to have our big break. We've yet to have some fancy celebrity tweet about us. We've yet to have our big break. What we have had over the last year is this wonderful opportunity to face all types of, we'll call them challenges, right? Like me getting hacked, right? Losing all my beans and the community rallying and restoring all the beans, the Twitter getting hacked, a challenging. I mean, what we've had is a real gift of being tested over and over, improving our resilience and at the same time forging an unbelievable community. So think about it. When we do have our big break, and if we keep showing up every single day, we will have our big break. And it's not even, imperative that happen. But if it does happen, right, we are positioned like no other project to really capitalize, to really benefit, right? When more and more big people and normal people, not that we're not normal. Well, I'm not necessarily normal in a lot of ways. Upstairs, Susie can attest to that. But nonetheless, you get my point. When the normies come in, I just, and if we get a big break, I'm super excited. All right. Here we go. Let's do a review. Talking about, this is great. Okay. This video came out the other day. It's gotten thousands of views. I'm a little off my my schedule that I had. BitBoy J put out a video that shows us what's happened over the last year. I am going to talk a little bit during this to kind of throw out things that I recognize, but this is an incredible video with 400, or he knows exactly, images. This I know from having edited lots of video. Now we got it up. I know took a lot of time and a lot of effort. So let's enjoy this. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds long. This is day one of UFD, and then it goes all the way through up to the present day. I created a cryptocurrency. Yes, it's called Unicorn Fart Dust, and this is no joke. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the basement. Thank you for being here. I am absolutely in shock. The live stream. Welcome to the basement. I wanted to give you a quick peek at our old boy Jasper 6,000. I'm going to talk about that in just 1 second. Important things to talk about regarding Unicorn Fart Dust, the UFD meme coin. Incredible information about meme coins, and I think it could relate to Unicorn Day Fart 6. Dust. The possibility of a $1 billion market cap. Possibility. Unlimited. You created a big story in the crypto community. It looks like Unicorn Fart Dust just might have some headlines and some real staying power. I can tell you one thing. I'll be here. There's the $2,500 gold bear. When gold was under 20. There we go. Hold on. I got to pause this, because I was talking to BitBoy J, and he said he talked to one of his friends, and his friend said, looks like Ron's basement's powered by Ralph Lauren and Nike. I'll try to diversify my my wardrobe in the future. There's the penguin. There was Elizabeth Grace. Wow. And there were Elizabeth Grace, Vincent. Wow, so many. That's over. There was Luke Annette. That was us on the way to the Bitcoin conference on the road. That was Paris. Wow. David Goldstein. Wow. Only one Unicorn Fart Dust. I can't ever do this again. I have no plans, right? Nobody can make another Unicorn Fart Dust. This is a one-time occurrence, period. This can never be replicated, okay? I create Wow. Okay. Thank you, BitBoy J, for that incredible video. Hold on here, guys. There we go. Now we're back. It sent shivers down my horn. Right? And it's true. So powerful, so real, right? This is a once in a lifetime project, a once in a lifetime opportunity. Unicorn Fart Dust can never be done again. And don't forget, guys, we've got our property staked on the blockchain, right? It's there, it's ours. 999 million beans, can never make any more, can never make another unicorn fart dust. So we have digital scarcity in that regard. They can copy, and that's great. We love it. I love when people only try to copy what a project is doing if it's been successful. Okay. And there's a lot of other projects that I take as a huge compliment in a very friendly way that have told me we are modeling our project after what Unicorn Fart Dust is doing. That's a big compliment to you. That's a big compliment to me, to us, right? As a community and as a project, right? This can never be done again. And when things get better out there, trust me, I think we're in for some very, very, very good times. We'll probably celebrate like this. This one brought a big smile to my face. This is what we're going to do. Excuse me, when things really heat up. Georgie said, today is a day. I mainly want to be doing this, UFD, if only I had the skill. So this is what some behind the scenes footage of what we're going to be doing when as the project progresses. That's us. Maybe that's Scott and Nate. I'm not sure. In the inflatable unicorn outfit. Okay, and then it got better because Georgie actually provided us outside Ollie had some behind the scenes footage of Georgie attempting to do just that. Hold on here. All right. And there's Georgie at home attempting her best effort to make that happen. All right, guys. Now, next, let's go. Crypto Paladin also had the very simple. Have you ever noticed that in life? Some of the most powerful concepts, the most powerful statements are the most simple ones. We say that about our Unicorn Fart Dust project. We are powerfully simple. We aren't complicated. We aren't trying to change the world of technology. We aren't promising some great technical revolution. We are a meme that is relatable, right? That can touch normal people's hearts, like Murad said. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Think about successful memes. Nobody ever comments on this, and I say it almost every other day at this point, but it kind of reminds me of Santa Claus. Unicorn, Santa Claus. The Dave Goldstein talks about the Geico Gecko. It's a meme. People love memes. People relate to memes. People relate to communities, right? And we are very, very, and maybe you don't agree with me, but I think our simplicity is one of our superpowers in UFD. Right? The idea behind UFD, which is to prove, right, that fair and good can win in crypto. That if we keep our horns pointed, if we focus on what we need to do for our project, that we can be a great example, lead by example. And we continue to do that every single day. But here's this powerful statement before I went off on that tangent from our friend Crypto Paladin. He said, UFD is going to teach crypto Twitter what discipline means. Oh, and actually he was retweeting this from Dark Duster. UFD is going to teach crypto Twitter what discipline means. We got some of the best people in this community. There's King Koss, one of our other best people, right? Very simple. I think that means on target. And then Crypto Paladin brings this up. Ron is the bridge from another great community member, J Dubes. There will come a time when curious people notice that silver and gold are looking a little toppy. Ron is the bridge. All right. Okay. Look at that. I love Legos. Something about those Lego things. That's pretty darn cool. Okay. All right. What else? I want to say thank you, channel sponsor Ledger. It's a big, big, big honor and benefit to our community that we're sponsored by Ledger. This is the new Ledger Nano Gen 5. Okay, it's one of their most affordable signer devices yet, and it's packed with all the new latest Ledger technology. When you couple that with the Ledger Wallet app, right, it really represents the future of digital asset ownership and management. You can do everything in that safe, secure, and proven Ledger ecosystem. So thank you to Ledger for sponsoring Ron's Basement. And we mentioned MoonPay earlier, but hey, look, as we're talking about getting normies into crypto, right, a lot of them are intimidated by this idea of opening a software wallet and seed phrase and all this stuff. MoonPay is a great on-ramp, not only for people to convert their fiat paper money, I used to call it unicorn fart dust, into crypto, but also to onboard new people into the unicorn fart dust ecosystem. I did it myself 2 weeks ago. I transferred some money from PayPal into MoonPay and bought UFD. It was quick. It was simple, right? And for new people that are just like doing their first baby steps into crypto, it's a great way. Thank you to MoonPay also for sponsoring Ron's Basement. And we're going to be at MemeCon. And so are some other communities. The pizza community has reached out to me. They're great people. Again, you know, another meme coin project that has great ethos and aligning themselves with the original ethos of crypto. They're going to be there. We got some exciting things going on. We're going to have a UFD meetup in Vegas. That's April 28th during the MemeCon convention. You can go to the MemeCon, MEMECON website to learn more about that. I think we may have a wedding when we're out there, or a renewal of vows, and then drive away in the duster with the happily remarried couple. I'm going to keep that kind of secret, which I didn't really do, but you never know who it might be. It'll be interesting to see. And the other thing that I'm excited about is the March of the Unicorns. Let me say that again. The other thing that I'm really excited about in Las Vegas, Nevada, right, around the time when we're doing the UFD meetup on April 28th, will be the March of the Unicorns, right? When the UFD community leads a march of possibly millions of people, thousands, hundreds, whatever it winds up being. It could be huge, right? Down, is it called Sunset Boulevard? Anyway, the Strip in Las Vegas, right? Right? A march for the fact that good attracts good. Yeah, you know, good things in the world. Happy smiles. That's what we'll call it, right? The Unicorn Fart Dust March of the Unicorns, for the concept that good attracts good. It's going to be epic. It's going to be big. That's all we got for today, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything that you're doing in the community, your contributions, right? And thanks for helping us become the coin. I'm going to steal this from Mr. Murad himself, that touches normal people's hearts outside of crypto Twitter. And we love crypto Twitter and all of us here, but we can be the coin that touches normal people's hearts. Have a great day. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, be good to yourself. Good attracts good, right? So be good to yourself. That'll give you a great platform from which you can be good to other people. Take care, and I'll see you, yes, you, next time.